Hey, what's going on, guys? This is not my normal type of video. Playing Marvel Future Fight right now, and I watched one of my friends, one of my guys on Facebook, on YouTube. He made a video talking about how society is blaming video games for mass shootings, and I don't really talk about stuff like this because it's like more like on a political matter, but it's been a topic everybody's been talking about. It's popular, and they're blaming video games for mass shootings, for people going crazy and shooting people up. They're blaming video games for it. I guess they feel that the violence in video games is mentally making people crazy, where they feel like they have to act out the game in real life. I guess you can blame Grand Theft Auto for that. You can blame probably Call of Duty, any type of shooting game where there's violence. I guess they feel that it's a cause of mass shootings. People are just playing video games and say, hey, man, I want to go out there and kill some people. I want to act out the game, man, because I can't get kills in Call of Duty, but I can get kills in real life. And it's fucking stupid. Normally I make funny videos, joking videos, but this is kind of serious, and I think it's kind of stupid that the media wants to blame video games. Society wants to play video game. Society wants to blame video games on mass shootings. And I've been playing video games for a long time, for years. I remember they've been using this excuse for video games since Mortal Kombat came out. They said Mortal Kombat was too violent, and people were acting out the game and killing people and stuff like that. And it's definitely untrue. It's untrue. I mean, if you live in like a suburban area, if you live in an area where there's not really a lot of violence, you'll probably think that these people are crazy. They're going crazy. They're shooting people off of video games. It's not true. I grew up in an environment where people were getting shot or killed probably every month, every other month. Some people lived in worse areas. And I grew up in Brooklyn, New York, and it was tough, man. And there was no video games then. There weren't any video games that people were playing. I think we had Super Mario. Maybe we had a Zelda. I guess somebody played Zelda and decided to go crazy and shoot people. But nah, man, I mean, it's all basically on mental health. If you're fucking crazy, you're fucking crazy. I mean, that's just the bottom line. I mean, the mental health right now is at an all-time high. A lot of people have mental health problems. People, people on medication. Everybody's high, man. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Like, I think people are more crazier now than back in like the 90s when I grew up or whatever, man. But I'm saying I grew up in Brooklyn, New York, and like I said, there was a lot of shootings. People had beef over nonsense, stupid shit, like somebody step on your sneakers. People want to fight. They didn't want to come back with a gun and start shooting up areas. Crazy shit like that. And then I remember as a kid, not as a kid, I remember I think as a teenager or whatever, I moved to California, and I moved to California, and I moved my mother's boyfriend moved us out to California. Actually, I wasn't 14. I moved when I was 14, but I was a kid, and he moved me out there. I think we lived in Compton or whatever, and you know how Compton is. Compton is full of this gang-related violence, and there's no video games involved. And I think in that Compton area, the crack epidemic was high, and people were shooting people to make money, and gang violence and all that type of stuff. So there was no video games back then, and there was mass shootings back then. People were getting shot up, but I mean, since we're a black community, it's not a big deal. But it seems like when a Caucasian kid goes to school and starts shooting everybody up because he's getting bullied, they blame it on video games. I think one time somebody shot somebody and they asked them, how did you learn how to use a gun? And the person said, oh, I learned how to use a gun from playing Call of Duty. And that's total bullshit, man. Anybody who ever used a gun, whoever shot a gun, went to a shooting gallery, knows that there's a lot of techniques to know how to shoot a gun, how to use a weapon. Because it's a lot of bullshit. People want to blame something. And this country is just fucked up with mental health, man. People are just fucking crazy, seriously. I mean, I remember I moved when I was in California. I lived in Compton. Something happened where my mother's boyfriend, he wanted to kill us. That's a story for something else. But basically, we had to move to Crenshaw, and Crenshaw wasn't any better. Crenshaw was pretty much, I remember it was all Crips. I remember my uncle had came out the house one time, and he told me a story about how he had a red suit on. He's going to, I guess he was going out to a party or some shit, old school person going out to a party wearing a red suit. So they told him to take the suit off, man, or we're gonna fuck you up or kill you. So he had to take the entire suit off, come back home in his boxers and shit. It was crazy back then. Like I said, there was no video games back then. People were just angry. It was poverty. People wanted to make money. People wanted to stab people in the back. I mean, it was all mental health, man. And I did know a couple of people. I'm not gonna really say names, but I knew a couple of people that actually killed people. So, and it had nothing to do with video games because I was friends with these people. It had everything to do with mental health, upbringing, parents. It had a lot of stuff to do with that. I mean, I was one of those people when I was a kid. I was very angry, and I could have easily probably killed somebody. But obviously, I had stuff like basketball and actually video games actually distracted me from doing crazy shit. I actually was a kid. I was a nerd. I would have just buy comics, play video games, and that distracted me. And basketball definitely distracted me from other stuff. But I definitely been in situations where, I could have been killed or shot. And it was just really stupid situations where, like, I was playing basketball and you play a little bit aggressive, you get into a fight and then somebody comes back to the park and shoots up the park. I've been in situations like that, and like I said, it has nothing to do with video games. And I'm African American. I lived a long time, and I just think it's stupid. I mean, I think this video game issue of mass shootings isn't legit, man. It's not legit. It's stupid. It's ridiculous, man. They need to stop it. They really need to stop it. Because I don't see, like, people play Fortnite. Fortnite is the #1 game right now, right? I guess it's violent to a certain degree. But I don't see people running out there getting tools at fucking Home Depot, fucking building forts and shooting people. I don't see that shit, man. It's based on mental health, man. So they need to stop this issue. Blaming video games, blaming movies, blaming rap music, blaming all types of shit for people's fucking retarded crazy shit, man. It's all mental health. All you need to do is, figure out that figure out that you're crazy. Go to a doctor, a psychiatrist, see what you need to do, get religion, maybe find God. Maybe that's the best thing you could do. Find God, pray to God, and he might make you better, man. But I'm saying, this video game stuff is stupid, man. If video games was the reason for mass shootings, I would have killed 1,000 people by now. But honestly, video games to me is relaxing. I played it for fun. I make jokes. I make videos on it, man. But like I said, it's ridiculous, man. But yo, that's my video. Normally I don't make videos like this, man, but I had to talk about this shit, man, because it's getting stupid, it's getting ridiculous, man. People blaming video games. There's no basis. I mean, people have scientific evidence, man, or evidence or whatever, man. There's no basis. It's all based on craziness, man. Craziness, man. Craziness. So that's my video, guys. Rate, comment, subscribe, and I'm sorry it's not my normal content, but I had to talk about this. Take it easy. Later.